everyone. Well, we're just leaving camp on day 3. Man, I'll tell you what, just to reflect back a little bit on yesterday. Like I said last night, at the end of last night's video, that was one of the best days of riding I think I've ever had. It was just so cool to be out cruising around. Everything's super green right now, still a little bit of snow on the mountains, and you know, being in the middle of the week, the traffic wasn't too bad, and it was really, really neat. Another thing I meant to mention to you guys last night was I ran into a guy in Stanley there that had one of the first Yamaha Tenere 700s ever imported into the country. And man, was that a cool looking bike. I should have got pictures of it, but I was just dumbfounded that there was actually one here. I didn't even think they were going to be here for another 6 months or more. So this didn't even cross my mind when I was looking at it, but it was cool. He was a super nice guy. Talked to him for a little while, and then it was getting pretty late, so we had to get back to camp. So anyway, another thing I wanted to mention to you guys, I've been meaning to do this the last few days and kind of give you an animal count. On day 1, I saw 3 mule deer, a little pack of skunks walking alongside the road, probably like 5 of them guys cruising alongside the road, and a bald eagle, and that's about it, I think, as far as those kind of animals. And then yesterday I saw probably 5 mule deer, 4 elk, and probably 30 or 40 antelope, and some osprey, but you see those guys pretty often around here. But so I just thought I'd share that with you. I think I got one of the deer on film on the first day, so you've probably seen it by now. Man, this was a good vacation so far. I'm really enjoying it, man. It's just so cool just to get back to camp and just sit and do nothing and just listen, like last night, just listen to the water go by. It was super relaxing. Really enjoying it. So, you know, day 1 was kind of Oregon Trail day. Day 2 was Scenery Day. So day 3, if everything works out the way I want it to work out, should be Ghost Town Day. So we're gonna go visit some ghost towns and check them all out. Hopefully they're all open. You never know. It's kind of hit or miss right now, but so anyway, stay tuned and we'll have some more cool scenery. I got a lot of ride next to the Salmon River up here, so there'll be some cool stuff to see on our way out of here. And then we'll see you at the ghost town. Welcome to the town of Bayhorse. In 1864, a prospector was up here and found some worthwhile minerals, so he started prospecting it. And then in 1872 is when they started building the towns. They found a lot of silver and lead ore up here. So this is, behind me here is the mill that they were using to process all the ore. And I'll pan around and you can see the rest of the town here. You can see, just like always on these old mining towns, these things are built on the side of mountains. I can't imagine bringing this kind of stuff up here in the late 1800s, early 1900s to get all this work done here. Yeah, there's this stone building down here on the left is, they think it was a Wells Fargo building, and then down below those are some residences and other things. But they say at one time 300 people lived in this canyon, were working this. So pretty neat. This here was the caretaker's house, I guess the guy that took care of the mill. But you can see this is some gorgeous country up here, and this is neat. This is a state park that Idaho took over, and they've been trying to preserve all the buildings. You can see that caretaker's building has a newer roof on it, and they're just trying to preserve all the history up here, which is really cool. So if you have a chance and you're up this way, it's a 4-mile dirt road up in here. It's pretty smooth though. Obviously I made it up here with the Indian. Not too bad, but if you get a chance, come on up here and check this out. It's better be in decent shape though, because you know, just like every other mining town, everything's built on the side of a mountain. So anyway, we'll get back on the road and we'll head off to our next destination. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'll go ahead and put some still pictures in right here so you guys can check out the rest of the buildings. Well, welcome to Montana. We made it up to the top of Lost Trail Pass, and I don't know if you can see behind me here, but there's still snow on the bank over there. And it's warm though. It's 85 degrees. We started out this morning, it was 45. Now we're at 85. I don't know what we're going to get to once we drop down into the valley over here on the other side. But where we're going to head to is Bannack, Montana. And it's kind of like the one we just visited over in Idaho. The state parks has restored an old ghost town, and they're keeping it up, and you know, you can go visit there and check it all out. So that's where we're headed. Oh, excuse me. That's where we're headed next. We're gonna head on over to Bannack and check out that ghost town. It's about 50 miles from here, so it's not too long of a ride from here. So we'll see you over there in just a minute. Welcome to Bannack Ghost Town. Right now I'm standing in the Mead Hotel, and I'll put some pictures in as we go here of different places on here, but the thing that amazes me the most about this place is how high the ceilings are. They have to be like 14 feet high. Check out that staircase. That is neat. Upstairs the ceilings are even higher than they are down here. I guess probably to help keep it cool in the summertime. It's actually, some of these rooms are actually really cool inside. It's, you know, it's like 90 degrees outside and they're probably like 65 in the rooms. Anyway, we'll continue on. Now we're inside one of the typical houses of the day. These things are pretty cool. They're all like just hand-hewn logs and wood floors. This little feature here, I guess that's where they put the potbelly stove back in the day. There's a few houses that have this same style in it with the shelves behind it. You can see where they've taken the logs and just kind of knocked the edges off. You see the axe marks in there where they've knocked all those edges off. And they put some kind of cloth wallpaper and plaster on there, I'm guessing. It's really cool, this place. They let you walk around in all the old houses. The ones up on the last one I went to at Bayhorse, they weren't near as stable as these things. But this looks like it might have been an addition at one time. The boards look a lot better. And then they're up here on the ceilings. You can see, well, there's some wires in there, but that's all beadboard. You know, that's some pretty cool construction though. Well, we'll continue on here and see what else we can find. There's a picture of that hotel from across the street. I don't know how bad the wind is right now, if you can hear me or not. But Those windows are probably 8 feet tall, so that kind of gives you an idea how tall the ceilings are inside there. And it looks like they put an addition on the back at one point in time. This is a pretty cool place. I'm glad I made the trip here. This building here was the Masonic Lodge and School. Check this out. I don't know if that's original flooring, but that's pretty interesting. Oh look, there's the old stove back in here. Old bookshelves. Let's check out that staircase over here. This seems stable enough. Let's go on upstairs, see what we got. Now these things are in remarkable shape really for how old they are. I think they said at that hotel across the street, you can see it right out the window there. I think they said that was built in 1871. So, stuff's been around a while. Let's head on out and see what else we can find. Well, I have to take back my last statement. The house we were in was actually the Gibbon house, I guess, and this is the Masonic Lodge and Schoolhouse. I didn't see that when I was walking up there, but you can see the symbol up on the peak there. And we got a little toy here in the front yard for the kids to play with. That's pretty cool. Not sure what the name of this house is, but they've got it kind of outfitted with some period stuff, so it's kind of cool to see. The stove right in the middle of the room. There's an old ice box there. Maybe my grandma had one of those. That's pretty cool. Old sink there. Old piano, old stand-up piano. We had one of those in my family at one time that was built in 1898. Man, this is pretty crazy. A lot of this stuff looks just like the stuff my grandma had in her house back in Ohio. Pretty cool stuff. It sure is neat that that the state of Montana has preserved all this stuff so we could come take a look at it. You know, it cost me $8 to get in and $2 for a guide, so you can tell what all the buildings were and stuff. And it's really cool. Really cool. That's a player piano there. You can see the pump for the bellows down there. Huh. Very neat. Very neat. Well, it's about time to head back up to camp. It's getting to be about 5 o'clock, and I got about an hour and a half to ride to where I'm going to be camping tonight. So let's head up that way, and we'll talk to you after I get camp set up. Toby. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Huh? Well, we made it to camp, everyone. We've stopped in here. I think this is the Wise River I'm camped next to. It's a pretty cool campground. I got kind of lucky. It was the last campground I went to, and I found one spot. It's Friday, so I knew it was going to be busy. I was going to try to do my whole trip during the week, but it didn't work out that way. The weather pushed me back a day, and then we lost a fuel pump in the truck, so that's all right though, man. This has turned out to be an awesome week, or 4 days I should say. And you know, I said today or yesterday was probably the best day ever. I don't know, man. Today is right up there with it. Those ghost towns were cool. I'm glad I was able to bring you guys to those and have you check those out. Anyway, so tomorrow we will pack our stuff up and start heading back home. And I've got a few things in store for tomorrow, so check back for part number 4, and we'll see you in the morning. Take care now. Bye.